Good. Hi, I'm Paula with Baby's Dog Training. And as you saw by the example of Dash doing a long distance down, I do use a clicker quite often. A lot of my clients will come to me after they've been to another trainer that uses a clicker and they want to use a clicker in my class. And that's absolutely appropriate. But what I notice is they don't use it at the right time. Training is 99% timing. So at the time you correct a dog, you must correct them at the time of the behavior you want to extinguish, or else you just extinguish the wrong behavior. At the time of rewarding the dog, you need to reward them or mark the behavior at the time they're doing the correct behavior so that you will reinforce that behavior. So what I showed you was a long distance down. I clicked the down at the time she went down, and then I walked up to her to give her the reward. So I use that example so you could kind of see how extreme it is, where the reward was delayed by a couple seconds because I had to walk up to her. When you first introduce the clicker to teach your dog that the clicker means the reward is coming, you do pair the clicker with food. So I'm going to get a handful of treats. As Dash eats the treat, I'm clicking. Now, you don't need a clicker to mark. Half the time I train, I have very high energy training. I do agility. I do scent work where I'm managing the leash, and I reward with a tug toy. So I have the leash in one hand, the tug toy in the other hand. I don't always have a third hand for my clicker. So my marker sound will be yes. So same thing, at the time of the yes, I feed my dog so they learn that the marker sound is associated with the food. But now once I start training, I do not click or mark at the food. I click or mark at the behavior. So I'm going to ask Dash to down. I click, and now I give her the treat. I'll ask her to stand. I click, and then I give her the treat. Okay, so it may be a couple second delay, but the sound must be instantaneous because the sound is what's marking the behavior. So there's plenty of times where I can reward relatively close to the sound, but still the sound is paired with the behavior and then the food follows. Round and round. Good girly. So the food came right after. So I'll talk through it a couple times so that you get in your mind how it should be. Down, click, food. I always reward in the position I want to reinforce. Otherwise, if I let my dog get up, she's not going to stay in a down. She's going to learn that food comes with the sit or the stand, so let's do a sit or stand instead. Ready? Down, click, reward. She wanted to get up, so I waited until she went back down. I need to reinforce the position that I marked with the clicker. Do this. Mark, reward. Around. Mark, reward. Okay, so the mark is at the time of the behavior, and the reward is as smoothly and quickly afterwards. You don't want to be herky-jerky to distract them from your lesson. So what I get a lot from my newer students who've been to other trainers, what they'll do is down, click, and feed at the same time. So what they did was mark eating instead of marking down. I don't want to mark her eating the food. I need her to know that it's the down I want. Down, mark, treat. Sit, mark, treat. I was delayed in the mark that time. Down, elbows hit the ground, I treat. Sit. Good girl. So the marking sound comes with the behavior. The treat comes as smoothly and quickly afterwards. Good girl.